Hello. This is the first in a series of, well, I hope it's going to be a series. I mean, we've done one so far, so that's good. Hopefully, we'll do more. But of videos where Christian and I each teach each other things. And they're not going to be really prepared, so they're not going to be very speedy. They're going to be pretty slow paced. Um, So, you might want to watch them faster or do something else while you're watching them. But the idea is, you can make a lecture on something, and when you make a lecture on something, uh, you lecture, you try to tailor the lecture to the audience, but you never really know what the audience is understanding from the lecture. And, you can go faster, but you are inevitably missing details that you think are obvious but are not obvious to the audience. So the idea here is that Christian or I, so for this first video, me, and the next video is going to be Christian, is going to be teaching the other one something, and it's not going to work out so well. I mean, there's going to be questions, there's going to be snags, and we're going to have to work through it. And hopefully, in the process of working through it, we will learn something, and you will learn something. And that's why we're going to post them on YouTube. So, without further ado, I'll start. So, we've already recorded the first one, and I'm just recording this introduction afterwards. So, here it is. So, you want me to sort of show off my setup and the technical bits.
Yeah.
So I have here, I'll start sharing screen. I have a list of stuff that I think might be useful. So first of all, if I remember correctly, you use Emacs.
Yeah.
So there's a really neat sort of Emacs configuration package called Doom Emacs. And it sort of sets a lot of sensible defaults, and has sort of a lot of major packages and languages. It sort of has a curated selection of packages around each language, and then reasonable defaults.
Okay.
Do you want to try and set it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds
You want to share screen and I'll walk you through it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you know why it's called Doom?
So it's called Doom because one of the other things about it is that it.
So I just clone it somewhere.
Yeah, so you clone it into .emacs. So first of all, move your .emacs.d somewhere safe. Move your old one somewhere safe.
Yeah. Let me think about where it is.
It's under home/C Williams.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, what do you mean move it somewhere safe?
Just move it to .emacs.back or something. Oh, sorry, .emacs.d. Move .emacs.d to .emacs.d.back.
Rename it? Or...
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. How do I do that?
R.
Oh. You can just do it in here.
Yeah. Shift R, sorry.
Shift R. Oh, nice. .emacs.d.back.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems weird.
Well, this is just backup, as a backup, because this is going to overwrite your .emacs.d. So any configuration that you had before, you might want to refer to.
Okay.
So now open a terminal and clone whatever you just. Yeah, that.
into .emacs.d. So just type space and then .emacs.d. All right, now run /emacs.d .emacs.d slash, oh sorry, /emacs.d /bin/doom.
/bin/.
Install. Sorry, space install. Oh, interesting. Okay, it wants a newer version of Linux, or of not of Linux, of Emacs. That shouldn't be a problem. We can Emacs PPA Ubuntu. Ubuntu on Emacs.
Yeah, I figured Emacs would be the kind of thing that updates itself.
Yeah. So have you ever used a PPA before?
What is that again?
It's a personal package. Personal package something. Anyway, it's basically like another. It's like another source of basically of like packages.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So here, I will send you the link or the.
So is this adding package manager, or is it just doing Emacs?
So this is adding an extra source that apt-get uses to look for things. So now you have to. Did you run sudo apt-get update? There we go. Okay.
Yep. Yes. Okay, I'm in a meeting. Sorry, hold on.
No worries. All right. So now just run sudo apt-get install Emacs 27. Not dash, just one word. Yes. Okay, and hopefully this should replace your current Emacs. So try running Emacs -- version. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we're gonna have to use. Oh, now try sudo apt-get remove Emacs. Yeah. So this will remove your old Emacs. It's been a while since I've used Ubuntu. Okay. I think you have to use the alternatives, apt alternatives. There's a way of selecting. I'm getting apartment alternatives. No, apt update alternatives. Here we go. Yeah, sudo update alternatives. Emacs. Update dash alternatives.
Okay.
Emacs. Let's see what. Oh dear. Dash dash list. Dash query. Oh, the query goes before the Emacs.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, okay. There we go. So now sudo update dash alternatives dash dash install dash dash install slash bit user slash bin slash Emacs 27 Emacs space Emacs. Oh,
Link name path priority.
oh. Okay, then slash user slash bin slash Emacs. Yeah, no, Emacs and then slash user slash bin slash Emacs. And then priority 20, try 20. I don't know.
That's pretty high.
Okay. All right.
Okay, cool.
Now try running Emacs dash dash version. Oh. Well, yeah, try running Emacs 27 dash dash version. Okay, well, what? Oh, we got it mixed up. I think it's okay. All right. What do we do? Yeah, I think we installed Emacs into Emacs 27 instead of Emacs 27 into Emacs.
Yeah.
I know. We have, when it originally installed Emacs 27, it did a update alternatives for Emacs 27 dot something for Emacs 27, and so I think that still exists. Try Emacs 27 dot and then hit tab. Okay, try installing Emacs 27 again.
Okay. You're sure it did before?
Yeah.
This?
Yeah.
Already the newest version.
Yeah, don't worry
Yeah.
about that. Oh, let's try sudo update and alternatives dash dash install. Try running that command again, but setting the priority to like 50 or something, because I think that would be lower priority.
So this still makes sense? Like we shouldn't switch the...
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Alternative path user bin Emacs doesn't exist. Now that's just weird. Something's gone horribly wrong. Okay. Let's look up update let's just look up the man page for update alternatives. this is insane. All right, let's try deleting all Emacs's. Sudo apt-get remove Emacs 27. And then I suspect the Emacs that you have installed is Emacs-Lucid, so try also removing Emacs-Lucid. Okay, fine. Just uninstall Emacs 27.
I think it did.
Did it? Yeah, it didn't. So. Okay, great. So that, like, I think that undid whatever we messed up. Okay, so now try installing Emacs 27 again. Okay, so now Emacs 27 -- version. Oh boy. Okay, Emacs -- version. Well, looks like it just really doesn't want us to have Emacs 27.
It just doesn't automatically replace.
Oh, here we go. Emacs -27.1.
Okay. -- version.
Yeah. Brilliant. Okay, we have Emacs 27.1. Okay, which Emacs -27.1? Okay, so now okay, I think the problem is that Emacs 27 is the name of the package, but it never was the name of any binary. So we set the name, we made a symlink to. Okay, so let's try running the update alternatives command again. Alternatives -- install. Path to symlink /user/bin/emacs. Emacs /user/bin/emacs -27.1 20. Okay, that's fine.
It doesn't exist. Okay.
Now run Emacs -- version. Okay, let's make sure we didn't screw things up even more. Try running Emacs -21.7.1 -- version. Okay, we didn't mess that up. Okay, maybe we need to reset the priority. Update alternatives -- display Emacs. So let's see.
Keep everything else.
No. Just -- display Emacs. Yeah. No dash there. Oh no dash, but yes space. Okay. Link best version is priority 20, 25 lucid. Okay, so we need to set the I guess higher priority is more priority. So, okay, so now run the same command and set it to priority 30.
What are we doing with this update alternatives thing?
Okay, Emacs dash dash version.
Hey.
Hey, there we go. Okay, so the updates dash alternative, like when you have multiple versions of the same command installed on your system, update dash alternatives chooses which one is like the default.
Yeah. So if I open it right now, this still links to the previous, or
Oh yeah,
Like
I
if I
guess that
just
does
type
because
Emacs.
that's a .desktop file. But
Okay,
but
so
if you
just-
type, yeah,
if I just Emacs, it
Yeah.
looks different. Yep.
wait, it says Emacs 25 GUI. What?
Oh.
I suspect that might be because the .desktop file is still from the old one. Okay, but now actually we know what the name of the package is for the old one, so I think we can just remove that. So
'Cause
try.
I can tell this is the new one.
Oh, okay.
It looks different.
Yeah, try going here to the terminal. Now, okay, sudo apt-get remove Emacs 25 dash dash lucid.
Wasn't it just one dash?
Or yeah, just one dash. Oh, brilliant. Okay.
Nice.
What?
Cool. Wait, what?
Oh, now there's another Emacs. Okay, sudo apt-get remove Emacs 25.
Where did you?
Look, I'm seeing it.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Now try opening Emacs and let's see what the desktop file says. It's just Emacs. It's not Emacs 25. Okay, that's fine.
Cool.
All right, now let's install Doom.
All right. All right. Where...
Dot slash.
I already cloned it.
Yeah, there we go. And then space install. Oh boy.
Ah, jeez.
Okay. So let's see if this is already in. Try apt cache search. Sudo apt cache search.
App cache search.
Git. Oh boy, that's a lot. Okay, let's look on Ubuntu packages. Git.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Package search. Okay, you're on Bionic. And what version of Git does it say you have? It's because it says here it says 1.2.17. And what version? No, 1:2.17. Wait, what version of Git?
2.17.1.
2.17.1 requires Git 2.23. And okay. Well, okay, so we could install another PPA. Or what I was planning to do this after we installed Emacs, but there's an alternative package manager called Nix, which I use, and I think it makes a lot of this a lot easier.
I've heard mixed things.
You've heard mixed things about Nix? Okay, if you want, so if we can either find a PPA or we can use Nix. What?
Is Nix gonna take us down a rabbit hole? Getting it to work.
I can't promise you anything.
Let's try the direct
Okay, the
way
PPA.
first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Git PPA. Yeah, I mean, I think the other thing that you should probably do eventually is move to Ubuntu 20.04 from Ubuntu 18.04, but that's a big pain. Okay. Okay, this looks like a good one. This is git core /PPA. Okay, here I'll send you
Okay. So what is this?
This is like the same thing, but an updated version of Git instead of, yeah. Okay, so now try sudo apt-get upgrade Git. Oh, why is it installing all those other things? It's upgrading everything except for Git. Well,
Yeah, what is it?
it's not a good thing to control C an apt process because things could get messed up. Oh, okay. Oh, it is updating Git. It's just also upgrading a lot of other things.
Okay.
This is why I use Nix.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just I don't know, this whole situation, like unless you really start to get into programming and really know your way around the computer, either you sit around and can't do lots of things because of these obstacles, or you like put way too much trust in like random things that you find and just like copy commands that could be doing anything.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. No, that like back when I ran it. So this is all sort of a secret advertisement for NixOS. Back when I ran Ubuntu, like yeah, that's basically what I would do, and I basically had to reinstall my system from scratch like every year or so because it would eventually just get so messed up because I'd just be running random commands from the internet.
Yeah.
The nice thing about NixOS is that it's always possible. Like the point of NixOS is that everything. Oh man, it's installing Emacs 25. Is that gonna mess up our Emacs?
Wait, where?
It said something about Emacs, setting up Emacs 25-EL.
What the heck?
All right, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Okay, it's done.
Okay. First of all, run Emacs -- version. Okay. Phew. Now run git -- version.
Sweet.
Okay. Now
All right.
yeah, that thing.
All right.
All right, sweet.
Installing straight.
I never really understand this. I don't think it makes a difference. Just hit yes. Basically basically the way that NixOS works is that all of your system configuration is in a single file, or at least is imported from a single file. Like you can split it up into multiple files if you want to organize it. and your system state is a pure function of that file. So like in order to swap out Emacs 25 for Emacs 27, like in that file you have a list of all of the packages installed. You just go to Emacs, you replace the package with Emacs 27, and then you conceptually rebuild your system. There's a lot of caching involved, so it's actually quite fast. But conceptually, every time you install something new, it's like your entire system gets rebuilt and it's totally clean.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It sounds like somebody got fed up and wanted something simpler.
Yeah.
So it's not just a package manager. It's an OS.
Yeah, so but there's also a package manager version which can be installed on other OSs. And then you have like less. Yeah, it doesn't manage as much, obviously, because there's also like it's not in control as much, so you don't get all of the same benefits. But then it can be useful sometimes because Nix is a bit OCD, like everything has to sort of go through Nix.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it can be nice to have something that's not Nix and can run things in a way that other people use. So yeah.
What is all this evil stuff?
It's it all has to do with taking things up to equality instead of up to isomorphism.
Oh, great. Okay.
No, so Evil is an emulation of VI within Emacs, which like one of the things that Doom Emacs does is it has like a comprehensive like setup for Evil, but you can also use it with like Emacs style key bindings if you're more used to that.
Why do you prefer Emacs over VI?
Oh, I use the Evil key bindings. I use the VI key bindings. I used to do Vim. I did Vim for a long while, and I was like tempted to Emacs by Evil.
But you use Emacs.
I use Emacs, yeah. Yeah, have you ever used Vim?
Not really.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, then it's like Vim is like Vim key bindings are definitely one of those things where it's like you could invest like maybe like I don't know 20 hours into like learning them and becoming fluent, and then they're useful for the rest of your programming career. But like yeah, it's a steep learning curve.
Yeah. Yeah, it took a while to learn the Emacs ones. I mean, I like Emacs, but like, I still don't use it fluently in any kind of like workflow, and I certainly don't use anything near its full power.
Yeah, nobody uses Emacs as full power, man. So,
but can I see the list that you were?
Oh yeah.
This stuff. Yeah. So Nix. So it looks like I was considering. Well, okay, maybe Nix will be something for another day. I'm also at some point giving Evan a Nix tutorial. I want to sort of insert Nix into Topos Institute because I think it has like a lot of synergy with like the kind of aesthetic that applied category theory people like. Yeah, that's good.
But anyway, the next thing that I want to sort of show you is Conda, because so Conda is another package manager. But
Yeah.
Conda, do you know Conda? Have you heard of Conda?
No.
So Conda is like a very good package manager for scientific packages. So like stuff like Python and like Python packages and stuff like related to that. Conda is a good way to do it. Though actually now that I think about it, Julia does install Conda automatically. So we may not need to install Conda. I think we can just use Conda through Julia. But I do want to get you set up with Jupyter Lab. Have you used Jupyter Lab before?
No, but it looks cool.
Okay, yeah, I'll get you set up with that. That's definitely like, also especially for semigrams. Okay, great. So now, yeah, run Emacs.
This there's a little warning. That
Oh,
should-
move that to .emacs.back.
Okay.
Move .emacs.
Am I in the right folder?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't it .d.back?
No. That was the other thing. You don't want to overwrite your other thing.
But there is no .emacs.back. It's gonna create it.
Yeah, it's gonna create it. Yeah, move always also renames things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now start up Emacs.
Whoa.
Looks pretty cool, huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I think it's in evil mode by default. So we're gonna have to switch it to Emacs mode. Yeah, open private configuration. Init.el. Yeah. Oh. Wait, are you moving with Control N and Control P?
No.
Are
up
you?
and down.
Oh, you're moving with up and down. Okay. Let's look at. Oh, okay. Go down to editor. Yeah. Comment out evil everywhere. So
Let's see.
yeah, I think you're gonna have to hit
Oh.
I, and then yeah, two semicolons. Now hit escape. Hit colon. W. Enter. Now hit space HRR.
What is space?
Space is very useful. It's like it pops up a menu of key bindings, and then yeah, R. R, yeah. Okay, now quit Emacs.
Oh, it just ended.
Oh no. Okay, wait, hit escape. Now Control R. Okay, we're gonna have to quit Emacs the Vim way. Colon Q enter. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now try running Emacs again. Okay, so now it should be in, yeah, okay, it's in Emacs mode.
Okay.
So this should all be more familiar to you. Okay. Let's do Jupyter Lab.
Okay.
So you have Julia installed.
Yeah, assuming I did everything right. I don't know.
Can you just like run Julia? Yeah. Okay, cool.
1.5.4.
So now, do you know how to manage packages with Julia?
No.
So this is an important thing. If you type right bracket,
Like curly bracket.
no, not curly bracket, just regular bracket. This gets you into the package manager. And
Okay.
so there's a lot of important stuff that happens in the package manager. One of the most basic things is adding and removing packages. So type in add iJulia, capital I, capital J, and then hit enter.
What is that?
Hmm?
What is that?
The registry?
No, what is iJulia?
Oh, iJulia is oh, interesting. CatLab wants you to have Julia 1.6. We'll see if that becomes a problem. So iJulia is the Jupyter kernel for Julia. And so, yeah, so it's how you use Julia in Jupyter Lab. Okay, now hit backspace. This gets you back to the normal Julia prompt. Now run using space iJulia.
So did it tried to add CatLab and it couldn't? Or something?
I don't know. We'll have to see. This, yeah, CatLab might break in some way on Julia 1.5. I think we dropped compatibility for Julia 1.5, but I don't know. I can't remember exactly.
Okay.
Okay, now run one word, no spaces, all lowercase, Jupyter Lab, and then parentheses. Enter. This should install things, yeah, yes. So yeah, so this is going to install Miniconda, and then we're going to have to downgrade Jupyter Lab in order to use semigrams, because the thing that semigrams is based on, WebIO, only supports Jupyter 2, and the latest version is Jupyter 3. Or Jupyter Lab. Yeah, there's like this distinction between Jupyter and Jupyter Lab. Jupyter Lab is like a complete re-implementation of Jupyter. Even though, yeah, this is something that I only learned recently. But yeah, Jupyter Lab is like the new and improved version.
I got a warning that I only have 1 gig of free space.
Oh no.
because I was trying to get K Framework working yesterday and totally failed, but I had to install this IDE.
Yeah, I feel like there's like a segment of academia which uses like Haskell for everything, and then there's a segment of academia that just like learned Java in like APCS and has never like looked at any other programming language.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so this is
So-
exciting.
Yeah.
So now you can open up a Julia notebook.
Sweet.
Try adding plots and plot something just for fun. So bracket. No. Close bracket. Add plots. Capital P. And then shift enter. While this is running, well, actually, I don't know if we want to pull the rug out from under this. We'll just let this run. Did it finish? No, it's still running. So, oh no. The FYI, so the underscore JLL, just in case you're curious, basically Julia installs, those are like sort of non-Julia libraries that are, instead of making you install them at a system level, Julia just sort of wraps and packages into JLLs, which are like more portable. So back in the bad old days, you'd have to, all of these JLLs, you'd have to apt-get install and then worry about whether they were the right version or not. But now they're all installed automatically, which is very nice.
Yeah, the flow of this kind of stuff is funny because so much is automatic and it just is so smooth and instant, and then you run into something that's just like a wall
Yeah.
and it becomes very slow. So what is plots?
Plots is the like plotting library for Julia, so you can like draw stuff, or like, you know, like plot data, make graphs. Let's see.
That's what y'all use.
Oh, it finished. It finished. Okay. Try using plots now. Plots. This will take a bit of time. It infamously it takes a while. The time to first plot is like a big thing in Julia, where using plots, because do you know how Julia precompilation works?
No.
So this is sort of the unique and very interesting thing about Julia, which is that, so the way that like a compiled language, like say, you know, Haskell or C works, is that before you run something, you have to compile it. And the compiler looks through everything and sees what types everything is and compiles everything down to machine code. This is opposed to a language like Python, where Python is an interpreted language. Now, technically, there is also a compilation step to bytecode, and then the bytecode is interpreted, but that's sort of an implementation detail. Like, fundamentally, it's an interpreted language, and it's dynamically typed. So the arguments to the functions don't necessarily have types, and this allows you to be a lot more flexible. It's very common in Python to use this thing called duck typing, which is named after, if it quacks like a duck, then it is a duck. So you could have a method that takes in an argument and then calls the .quack method on that argument, and doesn't worry about what the argument is. All it cares about is that it has a .quack method. Mm-hmm. So this is actually very convenient because you can pass things into a function that it didn't expect to get. But as long as it quacks like a duck, it's fine. The problem is that this is much slower than compiling, because you can't do optimizations based on knowing what the type of the argument is ahead of time. So here's what Julia does. Julia compiles a function right before the function runs. So when you call a function, Julia looks at the types of your arguments to that function, compiles the function for those types specifically, and then runs that compiled code. And the second time you run the function, if it has that code in its cache, if it's like run that function for those arguments before, it just looks that up. So it's sort of a best of both worlds in that it gets the speed of a compiled language, but the flexibility of a dynamic language. However, the first time you call something, it's slow, because it has to compile it. So that's why things take so long the first time you run them. But they really shouldn't be taking this long. This is really egregious. I don't know why this is taking so long.
Do you think it's my computer?
I don't know. Do you have a particularly slow computer?
No.
Okay. Yeah, then probably not your computer. Though it could be. One thing that's kind of weird is that sometimes not having enough disk space can make your computer run slower, because when you run out of RAM, your computer uses disk space.
I mean, I could remove this thing for now.
What is the chicken?
Oh, that's cock. Yeah.
That's funny. I did not know that the cock ID icon was a chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Using plots. Okay. Now type in x's. X's equals, like x. Yeah, just x's equals 0 colon 0.01 colon 2 pi. Enter. Shift enter. Yeah, this is just a convenient way of making, like, this is like a range from 0 to 2 pi, going up by 0.1 every time. And now, plot, then parentheses, x's, comma, sine dot x's dot, and then in x's in parentheses. So, but then a dot before the parentheses. So this notation in Julia, the like function dot, it broadcasts a function across an array. So this applies sine to every element of x's.
Mm-hmm.
All right, run it. Oh, no, you can't put a space there. All right, and this will take a bit of time.
Why would this one take a while?
Well, because it's the first time it's calling plot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so now it's pre-compiling things. Then the second time you run this, it'll be fast. Okay, let's figure out how to downgrade Jupyter Lab to version 2 so that we can install semigrams. We can, before we do that, we can install semigrams. So why don't you get clone semigrams?
Why? This never. Oh, it's just.
It's because it's still running Jupyter Lab.
Yeah. So open a new terminal.
Yeah.
So what have we done?
Yeah, git clone. Yeah, do you have a place where you put code?
Kind of.
Okay. Anyway, https / git clone https / github.com / algebraic Julia, capital A, capital J. Well, actually, that's a good point. I don't actually know if the HTTP protocol is case sensitive. I don't know. / semigrams.jl with capital S.
Okay.
Okay. Now go into semigrams. And now run Julia. And now, so this is another command that is a package command. So you type bracket, yeah, and then develop space dot.
What? This is just building whatever is in the current directory.
Yeah, and this sets this up as, like, this is like installing the package, but then changes that you make to semigrams, like reflect in your environment. All right, should we check on plots? Oh, there we go. Yeah, check it out. So this is the cool thing about, yeah, the reason I had you do this is, like, this is the cool thing about Jupyter Lab. Like, it's, yeah, I mean, I guess it's like Mathematica. You've seen Mathematica before. But it like shows up plots instead of like opening a separate window.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, now you can just try changing that to a cosine, and And now this should be much faster. Yeah, there we go.
Sweet.
Yeah. Okay.
This is done.
So now let's downgrade your Jupyter Lab and install WebIO. So yeah, quit out of Julia. And now go to your home directory. And create Julia. Julia.github.io/dev. Right. Okay. So .julia
Okay.
slash conda. I think it should be conda. Hit tab. Does it tab complete? Yeah. Okay. Good. Slash bin. Slash conda. Yeah, just conda. And then install, and then space Jupyter Lab equals 2.3.1.
Okay.
Yeah, try running that. Should work. And then we have to install WebIO. WebIO. Docs.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's try this. So now go back into semigrams. Run Julia, and then activate the current the environment. So it's a package command. So it's bracket, and then activate space dot. So this allows you to use the dependencies of semigrams.
Okay.
And now type using, now hit backspace because you have to get back to Julia. Now using WebIO, comma iJulia.
What is WebIO?
So WebIO is actually like a really neat thing. Basically, WebIO allows you to hook up widgets to your Julia code. So for instance, in like a Jupyter notebook, you can have a slider and then read the value of that slider. And then you can even do cool things even cooler than that. Like you can have the slider, and every time you move the slider, it automatically redraws a plot based on the value of the slider.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like manipulate in Mathematica, if you've ever seen stuff like that.
I have.
Okay. Now the moment of truth. WebIO dot install underscore Jupyter underscore lab extension.
Install underscore Jupyter. What was it?
Underscore lab extension, one word. And yeah, parentheses.
Node.js is not installed.
Yes.
Install it.
Oh boy.
No linked package for WebIO.
Oh, but it looks like that's fine. Oh,
Oh.
oh, oh. Oh boy. All right. And yeah, keep scrolling up. Wait, Joel, scroll down. What happened? No link package. Troubleshooting if the build failed. Build. Well, here's one question. Did we run out of space?
I don't think so.
Okay.
How would I check?
You could run df-h. Scroll. Oh, yes. Keep scrolling up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, we have 440 kilobytes left of space. So I think it was running out of space.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I mean, getting rid of this thing would definitely free up plenty of space. Let me look real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I only have 128.
And 28 gigabytes.
Yeah. Which is kind of a problem, I guess.
Yeah, that can really squeeze you. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the thing about software installs is like 50 megabytes here, 50 megabytes there, and soon it adds up to real memory.
Yeah. I'm looking at, just trying to look at my disk. See what. It's taking up the most space. Yeah, I've run into this before. Spotify's cache takes up a lot of memory.
Hmm.
Do you use it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's always like 2 gigabytes whenever I am trying to clean up space. I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah, mine is 6
Oh wow.
right now.
Maybe you have more
So-
varied music tastes than I do.
Mm. Do you remember how to clear it?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I mean, there's always the old mainstay of RMRF, RM-RF.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know
Yeah, I
where
think I'll probably just do that.
settings, local files. Yeah, I don't, oh, advanced settings.
So just remove the whole .cache.
Yeah.
RM-RF.
Yeah, it'll manage. It can handle it.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
You'll be fine, Spotify.
Okay, let's just see. So use that same command again.
Yeah. Back in the Julia window.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, we have. Yeah, there we go.
Sweet. All right. So just run the same thing again.
Yeah.
Oh. No, I don't think that was the problem.
Well,
No linked
well,
back.
let's see. I have hope. I think it might have been like that's like them checking whether you already have it installed, and if it errors, then it's like, oh, it doesn't already have it installed. Yeah. Things are not always very careful about what they print to the screen in order to tell a coherent story to the user.
Yeah.
If I end up posting this, I feel like, I mean, realistically, probably what's going to happen is I'm just going to post this whole thing because I'm too lazy to cut it. But it would be fun to put like the SpongeBob meme, like 2 hours later, for all of like the long waits that we've had here. Yep. Oh, okay, I'm back.
You're muted.
Oh. I'm back. I don't know what happened there. Oh, there we go. Okay. This is exciting. Okay, now try running Jupyter Lab.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. It really likes printing out all of your environment variables. It's like really a big fan of that. All right. Using semigrams, comma semigrams dot example. Capital E.
Capital what?
Capital
Oh.
example. Six hours later. What were you gonna say?
What's a semigram?
So, semigrams comes from. Have you ever seen the movie Arrival?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the things that the heptapods use. Though I think there's actually two forms of writing, one of which is called semigrams. I don't know, I can't remember. Yeah. I don't really think of it as like coming from Arrival. I mostly think of it as like semantic pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, James was big about like playing into the Arrival stuff. He wanted like the logo to have like seven pointed things and but
Yeah, I mean, these kind of visual languages are going to be a huge way of selling category theory
yeah.
to people. So we should come up with catchy names.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like instead of I don't know acronymizing English words or like using like English words for new things, just like totally making up new words for things. I think that this is a thing that math is really bad at. Like we either like appropriate an English word and make it mean something completely different, like groups, rings, or fields, or like we name it after sometimes its creator, but usually just like some random guy who happened to be associated with it. Like
Yeah.
Banach spaces.
Yeah.
Like I think physics is much better at like making up new words.
Yeah. Yeah, we really have to get better about that. I think people are way too hesitant. Yeah, I think a lot of like notation could also be improved,
Yeah.
and if you could change one math convention, what would it be?
Ooh, good question.
Or naming or notation?
I would like come up with like a syntax for binding. So like lambda binding. Maybe not like an obvious choice would be like lambda x dot whatever. But maybe not that. Like maybe something a little bit more interesting like putting the variable over, like maybe like do something two-dimensional with it. But then I would use this for like sums, products, integrals. Oh, Try running it. What? Examples, not example.
Oh,
Sorry. There we go. Okay.
sweet.
Now P equals semagram, capital S, curly bracket Petri, capital P, and a Petri, like a Petri net.
Oh,
And then after the bracket, after Petri Sema with P and S. Oh, in parentheses. Okay, run that. Okay, and if all goes well, this should pop up the editor
sweet.
after, a bit of time. Oh, there we go. Okay, add a box with B. A transition or a species. We'll hit 1 for transition, 2 for species. Now you can drag that around.
Sweet.
Now hit S to set a source and T to set a target. Hover your mouse over that to set the source, and then hover your mouse over the target. And now hit W.
Cool. Sweet. Awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty easy.
Yeah. And now, the best part, go to the next line and type get underscore atchit. I love it that you knew how to spell atchit. And then in parentheses P.
And it'll turn that into a hatchet?
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty great.
After, a bit of time. Yeah, there we go.
Wow.
Yeah, and you see 1 transition, 3 species, and then, yeah, two input wires and 1 output wire.
That's awesome. It's great stuff.
Yeah.
And if you update it, it updates.
Yeah. Well, it won't automatically update. You have to call get atchit again. Try adding 2 wires between species in a transition. It automatically spaces them out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Beautiful.
Yeah, there we go.
Wait, so how do I read this? What are the...
So a C-set has you know how a C-set works. Basically the idea is that in terms of the sets that each of the objects in the domain category get sent to are 1 element set, 4 element set, 2 element set, 3 element set, right? Mm-hmm. And then these tables give the values of the maps. So IT and IS are 2 maps from I that give the transition and species associated to each input wire. And OT and OS are the maps associated to O that give the output transition and output species associated to each output wire.
What? So I'm trying to remember the schema for a Petri net.
It's you have like basically you have four objects, SITO,
Yeah.
and then two maps coming from I, one going to S and one going to T, and two maps coming from O, one going to S and one going to T.
Nice.
All right. I think this was a successful lunchtime podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
What do
I
you
really appreciate it.
what do you want to do for next time?
Yeah, so as in like my turn to
Yeah.
teach you something? Well, that could be up to you.
Well,
You
give me some options. That's what I'm saying.
Well, what were you saying that you wanted to learn some like categorical logic stuff?
Yeah, categorical logic or like I don't know, the stuff around there.
Okay. Well,
What are like sort of hot tips and tricks? Like what are areas that you have like you feel like, oh yeah, like I have some like interesting insight into this.
well, I mean, like, do you know about quantifiers as adjoints?
Yeah, I know about quantifiers and adjoints. I just took a class on topos theory.
Okay, yeah, because that's like the heart of that stuff. Um. Hmm. Yeah, I'd probably need to think about it.
Okay. One thing that do you have a do you have like any insight on like the whole like fibered categories thing?
Yeah.
Like how the dependent type theory of a topos comes from like the codamine vibration from the arrow category, and then like the logic comes from. Yeah, like I would be interested in learning more about like the general theories of that kind of vibration.
Yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, we could do something that's like giving an actual correspondence between the type theory, like syntactically, and the codomain vibration.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Because it's nice and direct. Yeah, yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, cool. And then we'll do that in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I guess we'll be. Oh wait, no, we won't be there quite yet, but maybe you'll be there.
Yeah, when are yeah I'll be there in 2 weeks. I'm excited. Yeah, when are you coming to? Okay, I'll turn the recording off now.
Probably. I'm gonna get there like probably the 6th